Football on the horizon and a great place for it. Welcome to historic Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today we've got a battle here in the NFC North between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Cairo Santos out for the opening kick. And here we go from Lambeau. Here comes Williams on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out now in his 6th year here in the NFL. Brock, his 3rd as a starter from Utah State. It's Jordan Love.
Give a lot of credit to Jordan last year. Worked through a bunch of injuries over the course of the season. Remember, the Packers were down and had to claw themselves back to the playoffs. And this kid's averaged almost 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns a year the last 2 years as a starter. A big reason why they've made the postseason both times.
So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
He's going to try to drop it in, deep right. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Couldn't make the hook up with Matthew Golden. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. And we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script, Brock. Test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
Hits his running back. And this one won't get there. Looked good, but the stop is made just before he could get the first.
14-yard gain.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. So here come the Bears as they get set for their debut series. They'll be led out by last year's #1 overall pick, Brock. Looking to build on his decent debut season here in year 2. It's Caleb Williams.
His rookie season last year, Kate, a reminder that no matter how talented you are, this league can humble you. And it didn't help being the most sacked quarterback in football as well. But remember, 3,500 yards and 20 touchdowns, he showed glimpses of what I know Chicago wants more of this year.
It's a gain of 22. And that's good for a Bears first down.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. First down, Williams. Short pass brought in. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the shotgun, a give to Swift. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Staying grounded with Swift. Oh, he put him in the spin cycle. And he takes it down to the 33. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Chicago first down.
Bears first down. A gain of 11 on the play.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Going run again with Swift. And he gets this one down inside the 30. That's a gain of 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
You're going to run here. Kyle Manunga. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Now air it out on 3rd. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Defenses are fine with surrendering that completion if it means making the stop short like they did and bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, I like when these defensive coordinators say they want to populate the ball, and that was a perfect example of it. Don't let the playmaker get started.
Working from the gun, Williams. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Love out of the shotgun. Taken in by Luke Musgrave. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 26. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
And he works it down inside the 40. That's a run of 8.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Going run again with Jacobs. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
These aren't the plays that will lead highlight reels, but they're the ones that win you ball games. What a nice gain by the back. And now his offense can go in any number of directions on 1st and 10.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Dom's the man in motion right. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Love from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Love with it on 1st down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Inside inside the red zone. They could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
Back out comes the Chicago offense for their second drive. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on fourth down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. First down throw by Williams. Now here he goes. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Bears first down. First and 10.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. Williams will look to throw. He set up the screen here to Swift. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
All right, here we go, second down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough third down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line, third down. Third and long for him here. Connecting with his back here, Swift. And they have this one well contained. There's the stop for a loss now, fourth down coming up.
It'd be kind of fun, Kate, to be able to measure these coordinators' blood pressure or temperature, because the third down screen for negative yards, I promise you that coordinator's heated on the sidelines.
On fourth down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. And they could really use a good one here. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. By this point, partner, they are through that opening script, through trying to establish their offense, and yet still no points. Thinking it might be time to start switching things up a little bit, tear up the old game plan and start fresh. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, Kate, defenders today are taught, don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form. Making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
Here come the Bears, back out on offense. And it's been a very slow start offensively. Let's see if this drive is the one they can break through and put up the game's first points. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up, first and 10. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Second down now, 7 to go. Running behind center with Swift. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be third down.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Third down. Here's Williams. He lofts it deep right side. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they've made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
So on fourth down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. Santos' kick is good. And they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
Kind of a good thing they got the football where they did coming off that fumble recovery. It's disappointing as an offense when you can't move the ball, but at least your kicker can pick you up.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Crashes through a tackle. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That's good for the Packers. First down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the second level and beyond.
First down throw, here's Love. He brings it in. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They go counter, it's Jacobs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Shotgun now for Love. Hauled in by Musgrave. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
3rd and 4 coming up now. To the air with Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. The trouble is you wait too long, you end up on your back.
On comes Brandon McManus now to try this field goal for the Packers. From the left hash, this is from 47. McManus sends it through. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Devin Duvernay to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Now Williams. Komet's got it, left side. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. And that's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line to gain.
Williams to throw on first. Hits his target. That's DJ Moore. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Bears first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
First down, Williams to throw. To the left and hauled in by Odunze. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Williams. Throw right side hauled in by Komet. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
At the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Bears first down.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. On the carry, it's Swift. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears break the tie here in the first. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Extra point is good by Santos. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7.
Packers 3.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Packers all set to get back out there. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Here's Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
He keeps it and takes off. They get 6 and a first down as well.
A gain of 6. And the Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
Brought him down. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
These two NFC North teams have played one so far. It's a 10-3 ball game. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They have second and pretty long here. Here's Love to throw. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. Along the sideline past midfield. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Short pass brought in. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down now, they need 7. Handoff here to Jacobs. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it, 3rd down.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
7th play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down. Man in motion, out of the slot. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 25.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Love out of the shotgun. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
On comes Brandon McManus now to try this field goal for the Packers. This one from an even 40 yards out. McManus sends it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2-for-2 for this kicker.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's Duvernay on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
First down, Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Williams from the gun. The throw left side finds Burden. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down, and they need to get 10. They'll throw 3rd and long. Pass brought in by Burden. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. Without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
He's got it. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Williams on 1st down. Now he takes it. Gets it to the 15. And they take this in for the score. The Bears now lead by 10. Caleb Williams, the touchdown. Well, Brock, it looked like it took the full defense a while to recognize that he was actually running with it. I think it limited their ability to stop what turned into a pretty impressive touchdown.
I think you're exactly right on this one, Kate. Not too many scrambles go this far for a touchdown, and you got to give some credit to the guys around him. None of those receivers, tight ends, well, they just sold it. They didn't look back at him, had they? I think the defense is able to react and stop that touchdown. Instead, that's 6 big points on the board.
Santos connects on the point after. And the Bears drive their lead to 11.
17. Packers 6.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. And off to Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
15 yards. And the Packers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Running on 1st here with Jacobs. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Takes the handoff, now Love. Throws caught. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Gosh, I got to just be honest with you, kid. I marvel at the strength we see out of these running backs. The strength, the agility. Not that they weren't strong when I was playing, but the guys today just run right through contact at times without even blinking, and that's how you get those big chunk yard runs.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Kate, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on first down, but there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to second.
Still 10 to go. It's second down now from the 26. Back to the air. Love. Left side into the hands of Dobbs. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a first and goal.
And the Packers, first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run. Jacobs. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Packers make it a one-score game in the first half. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Brandon McManus on for the PAT. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them because they proved last drive they couldn't.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
5 still to go here. This is second down. Williams with a quick pass out wide. He's found some space as he crosses the 45. And he's finally brought down at the 33. A gain of 27 yards there. And that's good for a Bears first down.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's second down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Staying grounded with Swift. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears now lead by 10. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears drive their lead to 11.
24, Packers 13.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And the touchdowns got to keep coming for him as they still trail here. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On his own read, here's Jacobs. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Play fake, it's Love. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers making a one-score game in the first half.
Those front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run, because with his speed, that route is a winner, winner, chicken dinner.
McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers cut the lead down to 4.
24, Packers 20.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator. Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Working from the gun, Williams finds him over the middle. And this is brought to a stop up at, let's say, the 34-yard line there. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Williams to throw on first. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. And now it's second down.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. A draw now. This is Swift. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Edgerrin Cooper there to make the stop.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. They'll air it out on 3rd. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Rome Odunze, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Takes this in at the 25. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Ball at the 33 for first down. Shotgun now for Love. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Packers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple, and he's someone you can depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
First down throw, here's Love. This finds Dobbs. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bears' 39-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Putting the tight end in motion. Love from the gun. Taking a chance to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a second quarter lead. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, well, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
McManus on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers push their lead to 3.
27, Bears 24.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Williams. That's complete to Komet on a slant. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Running back sent in motion. First down, Williams to throw. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Incomplete.
Not on the same page with his tight end. And now they face second down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Throwing again on second, Williams. Komet's got it, left side. And he'll get this up to his own 44. Brought down by Quay Walker.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
Third down, here's Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So that brings up 4th and long. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Love out of the shotgun. Finds a seam down the middle. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
1st down. 1st and 10.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
Only took him one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Only need the smallest little bit of yardage here. It is 2nd and inches. Makes the catch. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First down, ball at the 36. Once more, it's Love. Pass him on the quick hitter. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Complete to Luke Musgrave. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bears' 31-yard line.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Sticking in the air, Love. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Bears bringing out an extra DB here, 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. He finds Jacobs here underneath. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
Pickup brings up 4th down and 1.
Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. On comes Brandon McManus now to try this field goal for the Packers. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. McManus sends it through, and that'll double their lead to 6. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the studios in the Creative Village here in Orlando. Scott Hansen with you, and we've seen some scoring so far. Both teams getting into the end zone, both teams thinking they could pull out the win in the second half. Who's it going to be? Let's find out. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. While we checked in with Scott in Orlando, our two teams here, no doubt, made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our third quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Josh Blackwell to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Here comes the offense for the Bears to begin the second half. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. First down, Williams. And the pack gets home. They drop him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Williams from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. To the air on 3rd and long. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. Torrey Taylor will kick this away. Fields this clean at the 30. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Now Love on the play fake. That's complete to Musgrave. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. The both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
To the air with Love. Quick slant taken in by Dobbs. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
And the Packers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Running right, here's Jacobs. Breaks a tackle, he's still going. And he only picked up about 3 yards there before they got to him. It's 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Love to throw. He brings it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know what I love to say, you never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
New set of downs for him at the 38. A gift to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Some really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Here's Love. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Third down here, need 8 on the play. Tight end going in motion here. Built up this one off to his running back, complete. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Love with it on first down. Throw right side, and Dobbs has it. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down, Packers.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Throwing again, Love. Able to find Wicks here. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
And the Packers, first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Love to throw again. And he scores. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers push their lead further to start the half. Christian Watson with the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Matt LaFleur with faith in his offense. They're set to try for 2.
The Packers will set up for the...
Love's going to throw for 2. And that pass is complete for 2, and their lead grows further.
That's about trust. Trusting your QB is going to make the right decision on these crucial scoring plays. He found his read, and he made the connection for 2.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Bears about set for their next possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. This drive's going to begin with a run by Swift. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Chicago first down.
That's good for a Bears first down. 1st and 10.
I bet you, Kate, if you went back and studied all these runs in the NFL over a course of a season that gained significant yardage, there are plays just like that one where you've got to break a tackle to go eat up those yards.
Williams on the play action. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
Second and 10 now. Williams. Secured by Burden on the slant. He takes this up to around the 46, and that's going to leave him a yard at most from that marker on third down.
And it's third down.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Williams to throw here. Third and 1. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bears first down.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
First down, Williams to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Throwing again on second, Williams. Throws caught. And this is only going to be a small gain to the 42. Brought down by the ball hawk. He was an all-pro last season, Brock, Xavier McKinney.
And it's third down.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Motioning one of the tight ends. Third down, here's Williams. This is brought in, big gain here for Loveland. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Chicago first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They send a tight end in motion. Again, it's Williams. Has it at the 7. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. DJ Moore, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Bears 31.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. The touchdown dropped this back to a one-possession game, so they're hoping to get some breathing room right back here. Packers getting set here. First and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Packers first down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he has this one past the 50, and will start downhill into Bears territory. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on first down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
Love from the gun. Brought in. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down, Packers.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First down throw. Here's Love. He gets this one to Wicks. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Shotgun now for Love. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 17-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
So many of the D tackles in the league today, Kate, at some point in their background were edge rushers before they maybe outgrew that position. But they've got an explosiveness, a get-off, and it leads to stops like that.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Has his man, it's Dobbs. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much. But he's got it, that's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
That's good for a Packers first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he's stopped just a little short of the goal line. He's down to the 2. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Wilson. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Packers take a 13-point lead. McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers double their lead to 14.
Bears 31.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Not a lot of room for him. He makes it to the 34. That was Micah Parsons making that play.
Positive of that effort, you didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
Second down now, 7 to go. Williams from the gun. Connecting with his back here, Swift. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
Williams to throw on third. And the Packers are all over it. He goes down. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up fourth down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Punt team on the field. And he's going to do the honors for the fourth time today. Fair catch called in at the 18-yard line. The Packers are headed back to the field, so we'll get a look at Romeo Doubs. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. Motioning the tight end now. They'll go from the gun with Wilson. And that's good for a gain of 5. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
5 still to go here. This is second down. Love out of the shotgun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Packers.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
To the air with Love. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You put up the combine times of tight ends running a 40-yard dash, and they certainly don't run as fast as the safeties or the corners in this league. But when you get them going in the right direction and you get them dragging across the field like that, well, they can still do their damage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Straight ahead, it's Wilson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Wilson. A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Love now on 1st and 10. That pass caught by Wicks. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 49-yard line.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter. The Packers carrying both the football and a good lead into our 4th quarter. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. A give to Wilson up the middle. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Love on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
It's a give to Wilson. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Drive's been moving nicely, but they went the wrong way on that last snap. It's 2nd and 13. And they're going to throw out of the gun. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down.
Wilson, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 13.
They're in long for him here. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
It's a gain of 27 yards. And the Packers, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
We hear about basketball on grass so much more of the space and speed coming to the NFL game. That play's so indicative of it. Get that point guard in the open field and let him do his thing.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Wilson on the shotgun handoff. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Love now to throw. Drops back. Needs an open man. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Simply part of the job description for any running back in today's game. You're out there, you're going to be one of your quarterback's most important safety valves, and you got to be ready for that check down at all times.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap, they'll throw. And he's got it, in close. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers making a 3-score game in the 4th. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
McManus on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers stretch their lead to 21.
Packers 52, Bears 31.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Complete right side. Burden has it. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Bears first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Only took him one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. First down throw by Williams. They set up the screen here to Swift. Down the sideline to the 45. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35.
26 yards.
That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Short pass brought in. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Packers' 27-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. They run with Swift. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Swift. A gain of 6. That's another Bears first down. It's a gain of 6.
That's a play that won't pop on the stat sheet, but the players and coaches won't forget about it. I promise you that. Coaches will file that one away the next time. They really need to pick up a few yards.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Packers' 14-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Working from the gun, Williams. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears get it back to within 2 possessions. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping a tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
Santos now for the extra point. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
A costly unforced error, and they get flagged for roughing the kicker. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. They'll run here with Wilson. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8, 2nd down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Love using the legs here. And they'll still have some work to do now on third down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
On the sneak, it's Love. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's fourth down.
That's all you could really expect from a sneak, Kate. One, maybe a couple yards. So in that way, their job was executed. But the play call, well, that leaves me and I think many scratching our heads.
The Packers send out their punting unit. It'll be Daniel Whelan doing the honors.
The Bears take over first.
Chicago getting set to take the field now. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
First down, ball at the 36. Williams set to pass. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this second down.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
After the sack could really use a big play here on second down. It's 2nd and 15. Running with Swift out of the gun. And they find him after just a yard, and it's 3rd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
They need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this first down. Williams with 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't find DJ Moore on that throw. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Quick throw out wide by Love. Arrives at the 40. Inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
7 yards. That's good for a Packers first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
And they send a man in motion. They'll run. It's Wilson. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a gain down to the 1.
Short of the goal line.
It's a pickup of 5, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
That run now has put them in such a great spot, Kate. You get a run like that inside the 1st and goal situations, there's a whole lot of confidence when you break the huddle.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Dom's the man in motion right. Wilson again. And this is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Love from the gun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers have likely locked up the win right there. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers stretch their lead to 21.
Packers 59, Bears 38.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Here come the Bears back out on offense. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers. Right in a tournament, they don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
They get 13 on the pickup, and that's a Chicago first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Williams to throw. Odunze's got it, right side. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits him on the in route. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Bears first down.
And the Bears first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Williams from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. To the air yet again. Williams has his man caught by Odunze. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Chicago first down.
That's just a gorgeous corner route by the wide receiver. I bet you'll find, Kate, in the annals of football history, the best corner route runners as receivers are also the best slant runners, the best post runners, because it's all about change of direction, and that was put on display right there.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. The coverage by Evan Williams.
the shotgun, a give to Swift. And he couldn't quite break it. Still a 5-yard gain, though. Third down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Play number 9 of the drive. It's going to be 3rd and 5 to go. Williams will look to throw. Pass brought in by Burden. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Bears first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So the red challenge flag has hit the field. Matt LaFleur wants to see this again.
Previous play is under review.
Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
Well, that didn't break out how they thought it would, and they're going to lose the first of their 3 timeouts for their trouble. First down, Williams to throw. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Here's Williams. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Bears get it back to within 2 possessions. Caleb Williams, the touchdown.
Okay, you got to be aware defensively by this point that this guy is going to run if he sees daylight. I think there was an awareness factor. They just couldn't stop him. He has just been that kind of X factor with his legs.
Santos now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears get it back to a 14-point game.
59. Bears 45.
Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And the Packers are able to recover the kick. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. The Packers are headed back to the field, so we'll get a look at Romeo Doubs. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. Now a give to Wilson. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Wilson, the ball carrier. The tackle made by Kevin Byard. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson again. And a productive run there on 2nd down. That's a gain of 6. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. It's caught by Wilson. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game.
19-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the red zone, on 1st. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. The Bears going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock. Second and 3 now. Love out of the shotgun. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to have him a 1st and goal from the 4 as he goes out.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Stick it in the air. Love. Same guy, Wilson again. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
Well, the timing on that screen pass, it was all a mess from the very beginning. By the time he finally got the pass to the running back, well, there was no place to go.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Packers feeling good with a 14-point advantage. Another chance at it on 2nd and goal, still from the 5. Now Wilson. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Love. And he scores. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
McManus on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Packers stretch their lead to 21.
66, Bears 45.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. 2nd down coming up.
Just a nice little reminder that this QB is more than a passer. They're going to call his number as a runner too, especially if these defenses don't account for it.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Now Williams. Completed over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd and just 2 to go. There he is on 3rd and short. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks? Well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign? Well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field.
So this is a Packers win. This was a game they had circled a long time ago, Brock. You bring a division rival into your building, you want to make a statement at their expense and get that W.
We know it's not just an axiom, right, that it's so hard to win any game in the NFL. It is. They're difficult to do. But a division rival in your own building, it almost feels like a must-win, and that's the juice they played with today.
So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Green Bay.